It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're watching the Bisons' veteran running back. He's coming off a banner week. Over 160 yards in that one. It's the Bisons and the Wizards on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Wizards of Oklahoma City taking on the Bisons of Omaha. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. Over the middle, complete. That's Barton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Throw out wide is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches.
Well, all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and a few inches. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Operating from the gun. Heath. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Up the middle they go. Corbin, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Heath. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Heath. On the completion, this is Carey. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell now to throw it. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They juked him. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And Howell will throw it. throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now throwing on first down here. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Howell. That is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it. Yeah,
and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Heath. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. But you look at this defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Down inside the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Heath. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go. Corbett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Wizards have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He finds his man complete. It's Sullivan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, Howell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Powell. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Off play action. It's Howell. He finds his man complete. It's Santos. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up. And
for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll go play action. Howell. He finds his man, complete. That's Sullivan. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Howell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbett, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Omaha's offense back out for another series. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barton. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down. Heath throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Heath. They'll wind up getting just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Howell. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Second down, Howell back to pass. Complete, it's Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Howell out of the shotgun. This throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bisons are able to move back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On first and 10, Heath. And he will find his man on the outside. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down, Heath. And that is incomplete here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a give right side. Corbett, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half.
Likely to make
Both
some
these
changes
teams with some
in what's
high
been
points and maybe a couple of low points as well.
Point.
So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 yards to go, second down.
False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Second down, Howell now. Johnson's got it complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start, offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Howell throwing on third down here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing here, Howell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Powell from the gun. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Oklahoma City.
On first down, Heath. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another first down.
Throwing on first down, Heath. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Wizards.
Back to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Right back to him on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Bisons have retaken a third-quarter lead.
An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
On the return, Johnson. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Omaha's offense back out for another series.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Santos. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now they go play action with Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Heath looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. To throw on 3rd down. Heath. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He finds his man complete. And Sullivan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Howell down to throw it.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Howell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? They'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. It's Barton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd down. Howell back to pass.
He finds his man complete. That's Santos. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bisons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st and 10, Heath. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun, Heath. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Heath. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down, Heath. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Wizards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Omaha's offense back out for another series. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Third and 2, here's Howell. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, a little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a
huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And they take a knee. Powell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Well, they had one final chance on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Omaha, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.